TENS units can be great for pain relief, but it's sometimes a pain in the neck messing with a tangle of wires. And if you want to go and be active and do things while it's on, sometimes the wires can get in the way. Furthermore, it's not always intuitive as to exactly where you need to place the pads for adequate pain relief. But fortunately, there's a new generation of TENS or EMS units with no strings attached. Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Candy, and in this video, I'll give my honest review of the Olynvolt wireless EMS unit. Now, for full disclosure, the company did send this to me for free, but I thought the concept was really neat that you could go be active and do things, whether that's cooking dinner in the kitchen, going out for a walk, or shopping at a store, without worrying about where to clip the TENS unit, how to manage the wires so they don't get snagged on something or don't shock you. And so the thought of a wireless TENS unit or EMS unit sounded really cool. And it did actually prove to live up to my expectations. You can see that the muscles here are kind of twitching. So technically this is an EMS or electrical muscle stimulation unit as compared to just a TENS unit or transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, meaning just kind of a buzzing, tingling sensation that goes through your skin. You can see that the entire unit is basically contained in this little patch here. This unit right here that clips on, it has a battery pack contained within it. It's a rechargeable battery. And then there's a power switch and plus and minuses to adjust the intensity. The unit actually comes with two of them, and you can use one or two of them at the same time. But this is the other one that you can see. There are two snaps in here. So typically with a normal TENS unit, you'd have to use two patches on either side of the pain point. And one of the most common complaints that I hear about from patients who have TENS units, I'll ask if they have a TENS unit and they say, oh yeah, I have one at home. I never use it or I hadn't thought about using it because I don't know where to place the pads. And this kind of takes that problem away because you really just place the pad directly over the pain point. And because it has actually two leads that attach into the same electrode, it makes it really intuitive as to where exactly you need to place the pad. So if you look at the pad has two snaps on it, and you just snap the unit onto it. It's magnetic, so it doesn't really snap. It's more of a magnet. Then you just peel this backing off right here. And then you can see there's little stickies, so it's actually two electrodes in one. And then you just place it on the other side here. Now we can turn this one on. You just hold down the power button right here. If we want to select programs, there's 6 different programs on here. And to cycle through those, you just kind of short press the power button and it'll switch to another program. So turn up the intensity here and you can see it starts working. So you can use one of them, you can use two of them, but you just place it right on the painful area and it starts working right away. If you want to change programs, you just turn it off, short press the cycle button, and then turn it back up. And it goes to another little program. Each one's a little bit different. Some are more of like a vibration sense. Some are more of like a pulsing like this one. So you just find the setting that feels best for you. I'm going to turn them both off for a second here. So just long press it to turn them off. Now the other thing that you can do is you can control the pads remotely through here. I think I have to turn these back on to do that. So you see the red lights go on here. That's how they know they're on. Then this is on the auto program right now. I can just press the switch on here and it'll turn on both units if they're both turned on. If you only want to use one, it only communicates with the one that has the power on or the ones that have the power on. So you can see they're both going. We can turn up the intensity. We can shut them both off and cycle to another program. So this is more of a, call it a beat program. And you'll see it's a little bit different waveform. This is like a high vibration, just really fast vibrations here. Shuffle to another program. This one's called Press. This one's a little more of a slower vibration. Myself, I kind of tend to like these pulsing, sort of slower thumping vibrations, but again, use what feels best for you. And we'll go through one more program. I think you kind of get the idea by now. This one's called Scrape. So more of like a scraping type of tool. And this one's another kind of slow pulsing type of mode. Again, I tend to like these ones a little bit better personally, but whatever you feel works best personally for you. It's really nice that you don't have to worry about strings. You can leave this wherever and just go on your way, do whatever activities you need to do without being tied down by cords and worrying about them getting tangled. Now, when you do go to take these off, you want to take the electrodes off and put them back on the padding. One side says do not apply to this side, so you apply it to the other side, and that helps just maintain the life of the electrodes. The packaging does say that you have to change them about every 30 uses, so that's the downside of really any TENS unit or electrical muscle stimulation unit, is that the electrodes do tend to lose their stick over time. So you will have to replace those about every 30 units. But if you take good care of the pads and put them back in the case after using it, then it helps maintain the lifetime of the electrodes. And these do just recharge. You put the units back in the case when you're done with them, and they recharge with a USB-C. So I'll turn them both off. To take the pads off, you just pull it off like this. Again, you put it on the side, not the side that says do not apply to this side, but the side that does not say anything at all. Just do that. Pull the magnets off and you put it back in the charging case. Same thing with this one, you put it back in the charging case, and you do the same thing with the other electrode. So hopefully you did find this helpful. If you do think you'd like to look into this Olynvolt electrical muscle stimulation unit, I'll put a link down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.